Greetings, good people of the internets. It is Corey from Super Comic Guru 9000, and today I'm going to do something a little different for you, something I never really do. There was a brand new trailer today for a movie that I'm really looking forward to seeing. It is the very first major teaser trailer that has been released to the public, and that is Godzilla. Yes, it is a reboot slash remake, whatever you want to call it, of the classic 1954 movie Godzilla. And, I don't think Godzilla needs any introduction. He's one of the most famous pop culture icons of all time. If you want to learn about the history of Godzilla, go to cinemassacre.com and watch James Rolfe's Monster Madness from 2008. He has reviewed every Godzilla movie in existence, and that'll give you a great rundown of the series. But I'm here to tell you about some of my favorite parts and my impressions of this trailer, which pretty much blew my damn mind. It atomic breathed all over me. It was insane. Now, I'm a huge Godzilla fan. Obviously I love anime, I love video games. It only makes sense that I'd love these movies, but the fact of the matter is I grew up with Godzilla. A lot of these movies were given to me on VHS as some very strange stocking stuffers. I know, I got Godzilla movies in my stockings at Christmas. But I loved them. They were so much fun. Actually, the very first one that I saw was Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, which on the VHS tape was called Godzilla versus the Bio Monster or something. It was a completely different title because obviously in those movies they love changing the title for the American release. And this happens to be an American-made Godzilla. You might remember the first attempt in 1998, the less said the better. But what I think I like most about this Godzilla is that it's capturing an essence of him which hasn't been seen since the original 1954 classic, and that's making Godzilla scary as shit. Now, when I was done watching this trailer for the very first time, I felt horrified from the things that I just saw. Just the scale and the destruction and just how dark everything was and how quiet the actual trailer was kind of disturbing. So let's just sort of run through what I saw in this trailer. It's very short, but it's very sweet. And what I like most about it is it actually doesn't give away much at all. You only see a few shots of Godzilla and not very clearly, and they don't really give away any of the story elements. You don't really learn any of the character names, and I hope they don't release too many other trailers that give away too much, because this is how you freaking show off a movie without giving away anything. The trailer opens up with these group of soldiers being told they're about to go on a halo jump, and they're also told that the situation they're involved in is something they've never really dealt with before, so the tension is already built up. So they all start to jump out of this plane, and they start to dive into these clouds, which are just pitch black. And what I love about this is you can get this one soldier's eye view. He's sort of looking around, you can see what he's seeing, and then suddenly as they break through the black clouds, you get to see they go into this city, which is just completely demolished. It's destroyed. There's smoke, fire, every building is pretty much destroyed, bodies all over the place. It's just really disturbing. There's thunder crackling and lightning. It's just so atmospherically perfect. And you can see from the soldier's point of view, he can see some of his other soldiers in the distance. And then slowly, as he looks down into the right corner, you can see sort of the silhouette of this massive creature. And it's none other than Godzilla himself, just slowly trudging through the city, destroying everything in his friggin' path. And it looks really glorious. And what I love most is you get a pretty decent view of him, and they're not doing too much of the fucking shaky cam bullshit. You can pretty much see everything. And then this is when we get a lot of quick montage shots of the film. And what I love what they did here is a lot of the times in these trailers when they do those real quick cuts of showing different scenes from the movie, they do this really annoying wah music, which if you get what I'm talking about, maybe you do, I don't know. The point is they don't do that here. They actually keep it very, very quiet until it slowly starts to build to this big crescendo. And a lot of the shots here are really cool, just showing off some of the other characters and some of the actors. Some notable ones: Bryan Cranston of Breaking Bad fame is going to be in this one. Ken Watanabe, who is from The Last Samurai and Batman Begins, he's going to be in this one, and he looks like he's going to be some sort of scientist. And if they're tying this to the original movie, maybe this is the modern version of Dr. Serizawa. He was the guy who created the oxygen destroyer bomb. It was this bomb that he used to kill Godzilla. He actually killed himself with it too. It was pretty friggin' insane. If you haven't seen the original Godzilla, check it out. I really still think it holds up. And watch the Japanese version, only for the fact that its tone is completely different from the American version that has Raymond Burr in it. There's also a few shots of destruction with this train being destroyed, and then there's a shot with an airport with some shit just exploding. And then you get some shots of some soldiers. There's this one guy who looks like he's literally about to jump on some sort of giant monster, possibly Godzilla, possibly something else. The final shot of the trailer belongs to the King of the Monsters himself. It's a shot that was seen in some of the Comic-Con footage that, if you manage to get a look at, is actually pretty cool. But you get to see him come around this giant smoke cloud, and then he gives us his iconic roar, which is slightly different, and I'm guessing this is like a more realistic take on it. However, I would like to hear some of the more classic roars mixed in throughout the course of the movie, and then that's when we get our big title card, Godzilla, with the Japanese lettering behind it as well, all in black and red, and it just looks awesome. And by the time the trailer is done, you don't know whether to say, oh my god, that was awesome, or to shit your pants from the ferocity that is Godzilla in this trailer. I cannot, like, explain, like, why I think this is scary. It's just something that I think can just affect you personally. And just the way they're using Godzilla in this movie is just really interesting. He's not the protector of Earth. He's not going to be fighting against fucking King Ghidorah and fucking Anguirus and all that shit. He's here to rape and destroy the Earth. He is here to destroy everything. He is a walking Armageddon. He is Armageddon on two legs. And I can't wait to see more from the movie. You know, I was a little afraid at first when they decided to do another reboot. But after seeing this trailer, I think my fears are mostly out the window. If they can keep this tone for the movie, I think it's going to be perfect. Because it looks like they're going to be playing it pretty serious. Kind of like, if Godzilla were real, this is what would happen. This is how mankind would react to this situation. And it looks like it's going to be awesome. I've been told and I've read that there's going to be other monsters in this movie. I don't think they're going to be any like the classic Toho monsters. They're probably going to be things they invent just for the movie. And I think that's okay. I think the main focus of this movie is mostly going to be on Godzilla, but I wouldn't be lying. I want to see a future with this series. I want to see more classic Toho monsters reimagined. I want to see a brand new Godzilla versus King Ghidorah film. For the love of God, I want to see a new Godzilla versus King Kong. I know it wouldn't work because Godzilla is just so much bigger than King Kong, but just make it happen, Hollywood. I don't care. Like, you would sell so many freaking tickets for that movie. And a lot of people really want to see Pacific Rim versus Godzilla, which, if you haven't seen Pacific Rim, it's awesome. Which is also done by Legendary Pictures, and that's probably no coincidence. A lot of people have been theorizing that they're going to do a big crossover with those films. I don't know if that's going to happen, and I only say that because the tones of the films are completely different from each other. But still, I cannot wait to see this movie. It's really my most anticipated film of the summer next year. You know, there's going to be a lot of really big comic book movies, but that one right there, it's going to be all about the Big G, the King of the Monsters himself. So, if you haven't had a chance to check out this trailer, I'm going to put a link to it in a box up top, and I'll put it in the description box below. Check it out. It's an awesome trailer, and if you did get a chance to see it, I'd love to hear your thoughts about it, maybe what you're looking forward to seeing in this brand new reboot of Godzilla. And remember, guys, before you leave, if you like this, make sure and give this video a thumbs up. It really helps this video out a lot, and it helps out our channel. And you can always subscribe and check out some of the other videos that we got hanging out up top. So, I'll see you next time, guys. Super Kami Guru 9000, out.